So hello guys, welcome back to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafi. It's a brand new month and we're continuing to monitor the performance of some Ghanaian players abroad as there were matches on 1st February 2025, and I'm going to tell you how some players performed in the Premier League because things did not go well for Ghanaian players who were in office today, but at least we had one Ghanaian player who was able to get a goal and an assist in the English League. And I'll tell you all about it from England to France right here on Sports Update Ghana. All you have to do right now is to subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So now let's get right into it and start off with the first match for today, and it was in the game between Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. And in that particular game we had one Black Stars player in action, and that is Tariq Lamptey. Tariq Lamptey played for his team, that is Brighton, in the game. Well, things did not go very well with Brighton as they were hammered 7-0 by Forest in this particular game, and Tariq Lamptey had a very tough day in office. And unlike previous days, Tariq Lamptey would come on as a substitute, but for this particular game the Ghanaian right back started and played the entire 90 minutes for Brighton in this game. Unlike Tariq Lamptey playing as a right back, well, Brighton have a lot of injuries, so Tariq Lamptey was moved to the left back position, and that is where he has been playing at in the last 2 games or so for Brighton. And it wasn't a great game for Tariq Lamptey, and I'm sure it's not a game that he would want to keep in his memory because his team lost by 7-0. Well, guess what? What do you think Tariq Lamptey was rated by SofaScore after this performance? The Ghanaian right back was rated 5.1 for his performance in the game. So that was how Tariq Lamptey performed for Brighton in their unfortunate defeat to Nottingham Forest. The next game for the day was in the game between Bournemouth versus Liverpool. A tough game, but we didn't expect things to go like it went in this game. Well, the game was proving to be very tough. Bournemouth turning the heat on Liverpool, but unfortunately the referee awarded a dubious penalty and Liverpool went up by 1-0 with their star man scoring the first goal of the game for them. And well, Liverpool later doubled the lead through their star man once again, that is Mohamed Salah, to go up by 2-0. And we can't talk about Bournemouth without talking about our Ghanaian striker, that is Antoine Semenyo, who is in impeccable form in the Premier League season. Antoine Semenyo came close to scoring a few times in the game for Bournemouth, and one of his shots that struck the woodwork nearly got into the goalpost to put Bournemouth ahead before Liverpool had scored their first goal, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So Semenyo ended up playing 90 minutes of action for Bournemouth in this game. They couldn't score a goal at all. Liverpool picking up the maximum 3 points over Bournemouth in this game. Well, what do you think Antoine Semenyo was rated after this performance in the game? Well, the Ghanaian striker was rated 7.0 for his performance in the game for Bournemouth, despite they losing by 2-0. And last week we saw what Bournemouth was able to do to Nottingham Forest in the game. Nottingham Forest came back and they beat Brighton, and Brighton also beat Bournemouth. So Charlie, these 3 teams have been going at each other in the Premier League this season. Well, away from Antoine Semenyo, let's talk about another Ghanaian striker, and that is Jordan Ayew, who was in action for Leicester City, and the Foxes, Leicester City, came up against Everton in the game that was played in the Premier League. Jordan Ayew was handed a starting role by coach Ruud van Nistelrooy, and we all know that Patal Isaku is currently nursing his injury, so he couldn't play this game. Well, Jordan Ayew started and played the entire 90 minutes for the Foxes in this game, and unfortunately once again Jordan Ayew became the 3rd casualty for another Ghanaian who lost a game in the Premier League, because Everton ended up smashing Leicester City by 4-0 in the game. Jordan Ayew, Jamie Vardy and the likes couldn't bring in their A game, and it was Everton who carried the game with 4-0. Well, Jordan Ayew after the game was rated 6.1 for his performance in the game for his team, that is Leicester City. Now, away from Jordan Ayew, let's talk about another game in the Premier League, and that was in the game between Ipswich versus Southampton. And there was one Ghanaian player in action this game, and that is none other than Kamaldeen Sulemana. Proud to come, and the game was 1-1, and Kamaldeen Sulemana was introduced in the 70th minute. His great performance helped his team, Southampton, win the game by 2-1 shortly after he came on, and it was his rec rate that even proved that Kamaldeen Sulemana did very well. He was rated 6.6 for his performance in the game. He's the second highest rated player this weekend for his team, despite coming on as a substitute to play the last 20 minutes of action for his team, Southampton, in the game. Kamaldeen Sulemana was able to put up a good performance that saw Southampton pick up the maximum 3 points over their opponent, Ipswich, in the game. Now, also in England, we moved to the English Championship, where there was a game between Coventry versus Swansea City, and Coventry is where Ghanaian striker Braden Thomas Asante currently plays for, and he managed to score a goal and get an assist for Coventry, and playing a key role in Coventry's 2-0 victory over Swansea City over there. Thomas Asante managed to score all those 2 goals in the first half, scoring the first goal and before helping his teammates with an assist to score the second goal. And I must say, Braden Thomas Asante has really picked up a good form since Frank Lampard took charge over Coventry. And guess what? After his great performance in this game, Thomas Asante was voted as the man of the match for this particular game. And it will interest you to know that since Frank Lampard took charge over Coventry, Braden Thomas Asante has managed to score 3 goals and 1 assist for Lampard's Coventry since he took charge of the team. Now, finally, let's travel to France, where in the French League 1, there was a game between AS Monaco versus Auxerre, and in that particular game, three Ghanaian players were in action in this game. I'm talking about Elisha Owusu, Gideon Mensah, and as well as Mohamed Salisu. Mohamed Salisu plays for AS Monaco, and Auxerre had Gideon Mensah and Elijah Owusu. It was Mohamed Salisu's team, that is AS Monaco, who carried the night with 4-2 victory over Auxerre. Gideon Mensah started the match but was later substituted. Elisha Owusu got an assist in the game for Auxerre in their goal that they scored against AS Monaco, as he played 90 minutes of action in the game. Mohamed Salisu also played 90 minutes of action for AS Monaco as they defeated Auxerre by 4-2. On that note, we wrap up here on Sports Update Ghana. Thanks for doing the watching. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the performance of Ghanaian players abroad as the Black Stars prepares for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, which resumes later in March 2025. It will be very imperative to monitor the Ghanaian players abroad and see their performance as we prepare for those games later on in March. My name is Joseph Adamafio. It's always a pleasure coming your way with the sports update. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for doing the watching. I'm out for now.